All right, what's good, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Live Wire Sports Media. This is your Freelance Friday edition. So, I have a good one for y'all. Angel Reese. Yes, Angel Reese. She seems to be want to twerk. She wants to jiggle. She wants to gyrate on her podcast. So she had special guests on there, Sexxy Redd, who we all know who Sexxy Redd is. Her and Angel Reese was on there. So Angel Reese wants to shake her Reese's pieces all over the internet, all over the internet. Ooh. And it just seems like she always does something, and when a lot of people call her out on it, she wants to cry wolf. She wants to say, "Hey, don't sexualize me. I've been, having people coming after me." But when you do things that garners attention and you think that nobody is paying attention, then you only have yourself to blame. Because the fact of the matter is, you don't see other young ladies in the WNBA do the things that she does. She's on her podcast, shaking, jiggling, twerking. It's like, to me, I feel like she should focus more on basketball, on her endorsement deals, everything else she got going good for her. But when you do stuff like this, it sends a bad message because you do have young girls out there that kind of like gravitate towards you. You should set a better example and be some kind of mentor. But when you do stuff like this, it's hard for us as media, content creators, whoever, take you seriously because you do stuff like this. You just had Lisa Leslie on your podcast, probably one of your best interviews, that you had. And you just turned it around to do this episode to make it ratchet. Now, some people think that, well, you know what, hey, she's making money, it doesn't matter, or they like stuff like that. But when it comes to the basketball part of it, either you're going to be shaking it on your podcast or you going to play basketball. Like I say, you don't see all the other younger ladies in the league does that. You don't see Kiki Finn do it. You don't see Cameron Brink do it. You don't see Raquel Jackson do it. You don't see Aaliyah Ellis do it. You don't see oh man, other people. You don't you don't see Caitlin Clark doing it. So what makes you think this is appropriate for you? But like I said before, when men come after you, then you'll cry wolf and say, "Oh, they sexualizing me." But I'm gonna show y'all. Cause this, to me, I think that she needs to hold herself a little bit high standard and hold herself accountable and not being in the ratchetness. Now, some people already think, and myself say, I don't think she's gonna be in the league 7 years because I don't think she's really serious about basketball. I think she's more serious about this.
Big mama. Big mama. That big mama for real.
I didn't know that.
It's so proportioned though, like
No, that's what I'm saying. She talking about 200.
it don't even look like it.
That's what I'm talking.
Yeah.
Send it to me. Listen. Now let me see your booty. Dang.
See, stuff like that, it sends shockwaves through the internet. And then when people come at her or in DMs or on her timeline, and guess what? She's gonna get upset. And but you put yourself out there. This ain't the first time she did this. She did this in On Rival. Take a look.
And my best friend, she a real bad.
They don't have ass.
So she did that on Arrival, and it's to me I think it's shameless, tasteless. Um, I think it's pathetic. I think it's really, really degrading. I think it's, some people say, well, oh well, she could do both. But guess what? You don't see Flazé Johnson out there. Flazé Johnson out there rapping, playing ball, doing her podcast when she get time. She does all this other stuff. You don't see people out here doing all of this stuff. She wants to be, I don't know. It's just like she has so much potential. And I'm not trying to beat up on her, but I'm just gonna call it out, because she has potential. But if she likes being around this kind of energy. She don't want to be around something that's going to help her grow. Like I said, you don't have Lisa Leslie in your corner. You don't have Teresa Witherspoon in your corner. You got Kim Mulkey in your corner. But then you turn around and do stuff like this. You turn around and just make us right. You know what I'm saying? You make us right, and when we say something to it, guess what? You quick to block on social media because you can't take the heat because you're too hot in the kitchen because you want to shake your Reese's pieces all over the internet. But it's sad. It is sad, 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 sad. And I'm sure she's gonna face some backlash. I'm sure somebody's gonna say something to her. But the thing about it is, long as she get her followers, long as she get her numbers, she don't care about that stuff. Cause she knows, yeah, she got her endorsement deals and all of this stuff because of basketball. But that's only gonna last so long because guess what? Because your name generates because your podcast and stuff like that, you get endorsements for that. But guess what? When it comes down to the basketball standpoint, guess what? Those endorsement deals come to an end because they feel at the end of the day, if you ain't producing or being productive on the court, those endorsement deals do stop. They don't go on forever because you have to be doing something to help them make money. And if you're not being productive, they're not gonna be behind you. Like, yeah, you got a shoe deal, but guess what? If you ain't being if you're not a top name, continue to be a top name year in and year out, and your star power start to fade, especially on the court, guess what happens? Them deals don't come no more. Nobody looking at you no more. And this is where I say she resorts to this kind of behavior because she it's almost like the LeBron James syndrome. We know that LeBron James, if his name is not in the limelight or nobody's talking about him, guess what he does? He tweets. He says something or he'll do something just because to keep his name relevant. And that's what I feel like she's doing right here. We talk about you enough in basketball, not in some in a okay light, some in a not okay light. But this ain't the first time. This ain't the first time. All last year we was dealing with her walk around skimpy just because she wants somebody to look at her rear end. She was on wilding out with a little or nothing shorts on. Then I think what last year around New Year's Eve or whatever, she was in some kind of like tatty on the internet. It's crazy. This young lady could be a very positive, but she choose, like she said, she wants to be the bad guy. But see, everybody wants to be the bad guy. When it's time to be the bad guy, you can't take the heat like the bad guy. because the fact of the matter is that you can't handle pressure. You can't handle what comes with that territory. See, to walk that walk, you got to talk that talk. She's just talking because she ain't walking, but she's twerking. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know about Miss Twerk Queen Angel Reese in her latest edition of whatever. So this is Live Wild Sports Media. You know what it is. It's your Freelance Friday edition. You know what it is. And if you don't know, guess what? You don't know.
Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't want to miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying.